I have a little bit of time left. Let's go ahead and start the next main quest. I want to get this going. Yeah, I was going to do Endless Pass today, but to be honest, there's just too many more interesting things. Yeah. And just like that, Cohh lets a dozen spy into his keep. Oh, curses!
Say, I'm impressed.
Oh, that's fine, whatever. Tell him I said what's up. Okay. So no more tanking with Eder? Oh, no, he's definitely going to be tanking. He's just going to tank with a two-hand sword. Ba-boom. And here's the thing. I mean, it's not cursed anymore. So anytime we come up on a hard fight, I'll just put on his sword and board. Done. Cool. Whatever. I do what I want. Let's rest here before we go. Oh, wow. Plus a prestigious visitor. +5/+5. Nice. Very nice. All right, let's rest and get our... There we go. Did GOG get me an alpha of Phoenix Point? No, but I'm a Phoenix Point backer. So, yeah, that being said, my next, like, few weeks are taken. Like, I'm not playing any new games for the next few weeks. I got stuff to do, chat. Stuff to do. All right, let's go back to Brackenberry, and we're going to go talk to the person there. All right. Finish a clandestine cargo task in the sanitarium and you will be safe to move to Act 3. Oh, sure. Yeah. No problem. Uh-oh. Who's the guy? Does anyone remember who the guy is? Kalis90, would you happen to remember by any chance? Yeah, maybe somewhere in here. Hey, Awesome Soccer. What's up, Dark Brawny? Buy the Docs and Undrin's gift? No, that was the guy that gave me the quest.
Greetings.
I don't know if he's the one that actually will help.
Hail and well met.
No. Nons?
Hail, traveler.
Ah, look at this! Are you the animator who's been buying relics from Imital? That chatty old fishwife's been blabbing about me, I see. Never trust your secrets to a man with so much salt in his beard. Anyway, let's see what you got. Nans examines the scepter, her eyes hooded by crinkled flesh. Imital told true, I'll buy this. Unfortunately, a broken scepter isn't as valuable as he may have led you to believe. She steals a glance at your face, but her fingers tighten around the piece in her hand. I'll take it off you for 500. You seem a little too excited. What aren't you telling me? The corners of her mouth twitch upward. Sharper than Imital, I see. The truth is, I could repair the scepter. She runs her fingers along one of the patterned pieces. It's broken, sure enough, but the pieces themselves are in good condition. Making it whole again is a matter of alchemy. Expensive alchemy. I've got to soak the broken ends in fiend's blood compound to reconnect them. Never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. I could do it to the tune of 1,800 pans. Boom. I'll expect you want to watch and see that your money was put to good use. Better get comfortable then. After what feels like hours, she returns to the main hall with you and presents the scepter. Looking at it, you'd never known it was broken in the first place. This may be the finest work I've ever done, if I may say, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. Examining a piece like that is a dream come true for someone in my field. Take good care of it. Really? It's just a scepter? I are disappoint. Alright, let's go. Hey, point is we did it though. Thank you for that. Does Cohh know that Battletech has been fully released now for streamers? Nope. Maybe? No. I'm still going to be playing it on the 24th. So, yeah. Like I was saying, my next 3 weeks are planned out. Essentially. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing for the next basically 3 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. Which is rare for me, for the record. Very rare. I usually don't know what I'm doing next week, let alone like 3 weeks in the future. Yeah. Usually it's like, hey, what are you playing this afternoon? I don't know. Whatever looks good. Weekend Slice. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. GOG actually knows my schedule, so maybe, and they may have told me anyway. The point is even if I could stream all of Battletech now, nope. I've got my plans. Can I tell us the plans? Oh, absolutely. Starting tomorrow morning, we have at 8 a.m. We're starting God of War on the hardest difficulty. Basically, tomorrow till Monday is just God of War. I'm trying to get all the God of War done from like the 20th to the 24th. And then on the 24th, we're going to be starting Battletech in the morning. If I'm still playing God of War, then we're going to do God of War afternoons and Battletech mornings until I'm done with God of War. As soon as I'm done with God of War, it's Battletech mornings and Pillars of Eternity afternoons. At that point, we've got about 2 weeks to play Battletech and PoE, but I want to make absolutely sure that we're done with PoE before PoE 2 on May 8th. And then on May 8th, when PoE 2 comes out, it's PoE 2 all day for I don't know how many days, but many of them. And then maybe at that point, after a few full PoE 2 days, we'll start threading in like Frostpunk and things like that. Bikeman says, but you're going to play Postscriptum on the 28th, right? Don't know. I'm going to be honest, Bikeman. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm trying really hard to get PoE done. So I really don't know yet. It depends on how much progress I've made in PoE. That's what I'll say. We will see. We will see. Hopefully. Hopefully. What about Kiwami? Kiwami is probably going to happen after PoE 2. And then we also have a bunch of games coming out in May as well that I want to look at, so. Oh my god. So much to do, chat. So much to do. Hi, will you play the new God of War? Why do I even talk sometimes? Yes, we're going to be playing the new God of War tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. EDT. Lol. Okay, we have not been up here. A lot of thievery. Don't want to do any thievery. Except, you know, if they can't see us. Oh, no, no, go away. No, no, no. Sad face. Lady Webb will see you now. Okay. What's up, Lady Webb? What you up to? This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucence with extreme age. A gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt patterned after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading. Wow, that description.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aethys look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
This is exactly what I would picture Aloth's mother to be like.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble?
I'm investigating a strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them. The practices of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend. Which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
I ran across a man in one of the ruins. It's important that I find him again. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still and her mouth parts little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground. The pages wafting around her legs like leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
How do you know I seek Theos?
Because you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. It must have been a special occasion.
What can you tell me about him?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The Leaden Key dates back more than 2,000 years.
Damn.
If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it.
Okay.
What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Woodica's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism.
Nice.
That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity.
Oh God, what was that show I watched? Where people would like invade other people's bodies and just kill them. I got a deja vu pang when I heard that, but now I can't remember what it was.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots
Like it was an
now,
anime.
it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him,
Not Persona 5.
if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
How do you know so much about him? Oh, you know what? You know what? I think it was Jessica Jones, Jumping Clouds. I think that's what I was thinking of. Specifically the scene when the dude walks into the police station. Thank you. I think that's what I was thinking of, funny enough. Even though it's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, not really related to this at all. But there you go. Okay. How do you know so much about Theos?
The same way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
What do you want from me?
Keep me informed. The Leaden Key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
Okay.
Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
You clearly know a lot more than I do, so I'm okay with
If you
this.
find your trail has run cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
What else is there to know about the Leaden Key?
Precious little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members.
Hey, Pony
They are
Rod.
kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know. If you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary. And he does not fail.
I have other questions.
Yes?
Tell me about
All
Dunreed
the
Row.
things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher.
Who is this voice? Do we know this voice?
Of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster. And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes. But the truth is, I don't think many of them could bear it.
How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place. In a different time, under a different duke. I impressed the duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
I asked her, how old are you? You wicked man, where are your manners? Were you raised without a shred of decency?
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Bereth carry me off before I'm through. There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
Are you psychic? I think she's a cipher, so...
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
What's that?
A quiet day at home.
Is there a Lord Webb? Hint, hint.
There was.
What happened to him?
He believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes? Try your best not to die out there.
Okay, let's do a big old save here. Because I think now is when we tell her, like, the main quests we've already done. So, oh. Sagany, go help out. Actually, Kana, go help out. Kana's kind of like our boy for helping out here, so go get him, bro.
I'm here.
How fares your search?
There's something I can tell you about the Leaden Key.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animacy.
Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
I bet he is.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
Okay, thanks, Mom.
This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the Leaden Key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
The Engwithan Tower in Heritage Hill contains an ancient machine that can control the flow of souls. The Leaden Key activated it.
This is troubling. That civilization seems to have known more about the mechanics of souls than anyone since. The Leaden Key was born in that period. It may be that Theos has full knowledge of their technology.
Oh.
The applications
Well, that
of this
explains
machine
that, then.
you speak of. I don't want to think about it. That isn't enough to take to the Duke, but we're close. Avar Wolfgren is a cautious man. He will want to know everything possible before being moved to action.
The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Engwithan machines that span the country, and it seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's
This is the
legacy.
big one. This is the big one.
It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time.
Is there like, oh Jesus, is there gonna be, oh boy.
I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment.
Okay, good.
Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange.
Okay, so let's do farewell. Let's save it. Go to here.
The hearings could... What of them?
Okay.
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence.
Okay.
It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Rowe's hand in this.
Makes sense.
Easier for them to embrace the truth.
And what's there to know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations.
We sided with Crucible
A
Knights.
tale he has spun around himself.
We've actually gone all in with the Crucible Knights.
The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
Nice. Okay, get invited to join one of the Animacy Hearing delegations.
I'd be glad to.
Man, I gotta say, that entire thing just spoiled the hell out of me. Like, that was one of the first characters we've gotten to that was almost fully voice acted. And to think that that's how all of PoE 2 is gonna be, feels so good, man. Feels so good. Oh my god. Feels good, man. Wow. It's gonna be so good. So good. All right, so I think at this point all we have to do is talk to the Crucible Knights, and then that should take us pretty much where we need to be. Let's see. Crucible Knights are in First Fires. So that'll be a great point to start tomorrow. Actually, not really, like on the 24th, but you know what I mean. Thank you guys so much for being here for our all-day PoE stream. It was so much fun. I am now clocked in at just over 8 hours straight without a break, and it has been a huge amount of fun. I want to thank you guys so much for this last week and a half. Playing this game for you has been incredibly entertaining. It has been so cool getting caught up in this game, almost basically doing our 100% run, and most importantly, getting ready for the next one. So for those that don't know and may not know, the plan is for the next 4 days, we're going to be playing God of War. On the 24th, we're going to start with Battletech, and then if I'm not done with God of War, the afternoon streams will be God of War until we're done. As soon as God of War is done, Path of Exile returns to the channel, and we'll pick up right from here. So we are going to take a little bit of a break on Path of Exile, but we will be back to it as soon as possible. If you keep your eyes on my Twitter, twitter.com/CohhCarnage, and also the Steam group, the Coalition, I will try to give as much advance notice as I can for the times that we'll be continuing PoE. Yeah, I said Path of Exile. I always say Path of Exile. So the plan is, again, that we'll be doing Path of Exile as soon as we're done with God of War, in anticipation of Path of Exile 2 that comes out on May 8th. There we go. New league, by the way. So yeah, that is the current plan. So again, thank you guys so much for being here for Pillars. It has been awesome. And we will be doing everything in our power to get this game wrapped up, finished, and possibly 100%ed before Pillars of Eternity 2 on May 8th. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. This has been awesome. Ethos TV, Loser Killer with the 45, Johnny with the 47, Icicle with the brand new sub, and then what are the differences between PoE and Divinity Original Sin? They seem really similar. How should I choose one? Here is how you should choose between the different games. For Divinity Original Sin 2, it's really important you get that one because it's great and it's awesome. But the thing is, for PoE, it's also really great and you also want to buy that. Here's the thing, dudes. If you like one of them, you're going to like the other 9 times out of 10. They're both phenomenal games, and I really recommend both of them. What I will say, the Divinity series, a little bit more funny, a little bit more casual, a little bit more kind of cartoony and vibrant colors. Pillars of Eternity, a little bit more real, a little bit more RPG based on kind of the games that came before it. A little bit more gritty is what I'd like to say. They're both fantastic games, and I loved both of them. Yeah, that was the word we picked. Divinity Original Sin's a little bit more lighthearted, even though there's some dark stuff in it. It's just much more of like a funny, entertaining, colorful game. And this game is definitely a little bit more kind of like dark RPG kind of stuff. Anyway, again, everyone's gonna have different opinions on that. And all you need to know is they're both great, and you got to play both of them. That's it. Citrus, thanks for the 7 months. Worcester with the 25, and State of Nate with the brand new Prime sub as well. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, okay, I think we're good. So on that note, guys, I hope to see all of you here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. EDT for our God of War playthrough. Should be a lot of fun. And I hope you all have an absolutely awesome morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are around the globe. Thank you so much for all the support during this last week. And I hope to see you all for God of War tomorrow, Battletech on the 24th, or PoE as soon as we get back for that. See y'all later. Bye-bye.